Hello traders, and welcome to Trading the Trend. I am Dennis, and this is going to be a review video of our January trades. We just finished the month of January, and I just wanted to go through all our strong week trades for the month, and we did really well. As a matter of fact, they were all up, so let's go right into them. First, we're going to look at the Aussie US dollar. This was our first trigger trade by our strong week rankings. As a matter of fact, our strong week rankings, there they are. That's where we're currently at. So take a snapshot of that, and let's get back to our charts. Okay, so Aussie US dollar, that was our first strong week signal of 2018, and you can see we made a high of 309 pips before this pullback, and then we had that ugly day on Friday. So hopefully anybody that took this trade took some profits along the way, and maybe even had a stop should we break any this support area. So it's up in the air whether this continues to pull back or heads higher. We'll have to see. The dollar did act a little bit stronger on Friday. We'll see if that continues. The next one we're going to look at is the New Zealand US dollar. And there we go. Okay, New Zealand US dollar, it hit a high actually on the 24th of January. We hit 238 pips. Then it's been kind of back and forth trying to grind higher, but along with the Aussie, it got hit pretty good on Friday. You would expect if the Aussie to go down against the US dollar, the New Zealand would follow suit, and that's exactly what happened. It's still in the profit zone, but it's a flip of a coin whether it retreats this entire profit zone or heads higher from here. But still 238 pips for the month. Okay, next one we're going to look at is the pound US dollar. And this one hit its high just on the second full day after it hit our strongest trade alert, and it hit here. It was our top trade, and 2 days later we hit 361 pips, which is kind of normal for the pound. You get these, you can get these big quick moves in the pound. It pulled all the way back to the entry point and then tried to head higher, but it got hit a little bit on Friday as the US dollar was stronger against all currencies. So we had a little bit of a pullback. This could still move higher, and it's in a pretty good uptrend. So hopefully if you did take this trade, you were able to grab some profits. And as you can see, a lot of our trades have crossed the 300 pip mark before they pulled back. So that's a good profit target in what we've seen so far this year. Next one I'm going to look at is the US dollar, or I should say, yeah, the US dollar and the Swiss franc, which was our latest top strong week trade and our current top strong week trade. And you can see it did hit a low, or I should say a profit hit of 76 pips. Did that on Thursday, and then it matched it again on Friday, and then it pulled back a bit as the dollar was strong. I would still say we'll just have to see what happens on Monday if we get a continuation in dollar strength. The dollar has been weak for quite a while. It was weak pretty much for the all the month of January, and not uncommon for something that's been weak for a long time to spend a month getting stronger. And even though the US dollar was the weakest currency of 2017, it still managed to spend a total, I think, 30 days at the top of my strong week chart. So I do look for the dollar to continue to weaken, but it will have its days where it will be going against our long-term trends. A couple other bonus trades I want to look at real quickly. First one is the Euro US dollar. Last year this was a huge one. It was up 1,575 pips for the year, and this thing we you know, this is where we started the year at. A little bit of a pullback at the beginning, but it's been moving higher, so it is up at its high point. This little candle right here, a little bit of a pin bar reversal, but it hit a high of 534 pips, and now it pulled back a little bit, and it's starting to head higher. And even though it was down on Friday, it wasn't down very much, and it finished right in the middle of its trading range. So unless the dollar really can get some follow through to the strong side, I would expect this one to continue higher. And the last bonus trade I want to look at is the Euro New Zealand. And I talked about this in my last video. This was a huge one. This was a strong week trade that we went into. I think it was on the looks like the 9th or 10th of August last year, and this thing rose all the way up to 1,471 pips. A lot of zigzagging, but it made it all the way there. Then we've had this zigzagging down, and then it kind of made a bottom, and this almost looks like some kind of a deformed head and shoulders bottom here with a shoulder, head, and shoulder. And now it's starting to move up again, and I pointed this out in the video that after the pullback we had the big up candle, consolidation, another big up candle, and this is about where it was when I did the video, and you can see it did it again, another consolidation sideways, and ended with a big up candle. So let's see if it continues this pattern. I would like to see it break out of this pattern of consolidations after a big move and maybe just continue to move higher. That would be a good one to see. Anyway, kind of a long video. I wanted to keep these things shorter, but had a lot to cover in the month. As you can see, our trades have done extremely well this month. Depending on where you put your entry and exit targets, you should not have lost on any of these trades. They're all winners. And unlike the volatility we're seeing in the cryptocurrency world and in the U.S. stock market, our strong week trades have been one way for us. Hasn't been a whole lot to do. Just put on the trade and set your profit target and ring the register. So anyway, that's what we got for you. Hopefully February we'll get some more good trades. Like I said, most of these trades are still active depending on your stop loss and your trading style, but we'll keep you updated, and if we see any new ones, I'll be quick to post them on my thread. So hopefully everyone has a great weekend, and hopefully your favorite Super Bowl team wins. I don't have a dog in this fight since my team has long since been out of it. So anyway, everyone have a great weekend, and I will catch you later on my thread.